We good?
I think so. Hold on.
All
right.
That's perfect.
Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the lost art of common sense. And this week we will be talking about, the possible indictment of Donald Trump. The witch hunt of Donald Trump, I guess, would be the more accurate.
According to him and pretty much anyone paying attention, yes.
Anyone with a brain.
Yes.
Let's go over there's multiple possible indictments that they can throw against them.
Yeah, it's not just New York. It's
no.
Georgia and somewhere else.
Georgia and what are the other one? There's some other one. What the fuck was it?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I know the Georgia one had to do with
him calling
Kemp. It wasn't Kemp. It was the Secretary of State.
Yeah,
and the way it sounded, I guess, sounded bad, but like he knew there was something going on, and he was saying like you need to find these lost votes. Like he knew like the vote wasn't right.
Yeah,
he wasn't like you need to find me votes, like what the Democrats do.
Exactly. So it wasn't like, hey, let's make up some votes. Let's find the ones that they took away from us.
Well, and didn't they find like batches and batches of ballots, like not just in Georgia, but like all over the country?
Yeah,
like in ditches and shit.
Yes.
So that one won't stick either.
No. So let's talk about the New York one. Can you kind of go through? You kind of know what it's about.
I do know that it has to do with Stormy Daniels and the money that Cohen paid her. See, it kind of sounded like, I thought it sounded like he actually slept with her or whatever, but it seemed like it was more like she had a picture of them together, like at, I don't know, probably some Playboy thing or whatever. I don't know if she was on Playboy, but no, it was at a golf tournament or something, and they got a picture together, and I think it depends how you look at it. Either he slept with her and they paid her not to talk about it, or she said, if I'm going to tell people we slept together. That's kind of where he makes it.
That's what he makes it sound like.
That it was hush money, because like you're running for president, or even if you're rich, you don't want to mess up. And this, charlatan.
Well, I think Melania was pregnant at the time too.
Yeah, like it was just bad. Like even if he didn't do it, it's just not good. So apparently rich people do this shit all the time. But what they're saying is it's a bookkeeping error because they put it down as what the hell was it? Some kind of legal expense, and then they're saying, well, this is for what they originally said it was. If it was a bookkeeping error, it's a misdemeanor. The statute of limitations is 2 years, so that one's over. So what the guy's trying to do is it starts with B. What's the dude's name? Braggs. Bragging about being dumb. He's trying to make it a election funds thing.
Yeah,
like an election campaign funds thing, which would be a felony, and carries like he would have to do it this year, or the statute of limitations I think run out on that one as well. But that's why he's trying to do it. So yeah, it's weak anyway. It's just the fact that they're bringing up, because they already know they're not going to win because Edwards got charged with the same thing, and he actually got caught. Like he used campaign funds to
hide his
baby mom or something.
Yeah, his illegitimate babies.
Yeah, and he didn't get convicted. Yeah. So yeah, it's
all weak, and it's
what you would call a witch hunt.
It is a witch hunt, and I think like the FEC or FCC or whatever. I mean, like there's been actual government like federal officers looked into this, and they would not pursue it because they knew how weak it was. So I think, and my next question, and I think we all know the answer to it, is this
45 balloons?
Is this purely political?
No, that probably wouldn't be the answer to your question. That was my answer.
Oh, I was going to ask you how many balloons does it take to
Equal the number of president that Trump was? 45. I was right.
that was going. That's way better. What I was going to
annoy
ask.
the crap out of people every time they're like, I got a question. I'll just throw some random thing out. Oh, that's not the answer?
Well, I was going to say how many did I cross with in Mexico, but whatever. Well,
you know.
I'm what they call a mule.
I try to be more like Clint Eastwood every day. And then when he came out with that movie,
I never saw that movie. Was it good?
no, I didn't see it either.
No,
I just know he was a mule.
Yeah, I don't think it was the balloon in the butt kind of mule though.
Oh, you're talking about
45 balloons.
I know what you're talking about now.
Full circle.
Butt stuff.
Always butt stuff.
All right, so what were you asking?
Is this purely political? I mean, is this about? I mean, obviously, this guy wants to make a name for himself as the guy that arrested Trump, or
Well, it's purely political because, when the guy first got elected, he said he wasn't going to go after prosecution, and he had two people in his department or office quit. And then he waits, and then Trump announces he's running for 2024, and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna charge him now. I'm gonna indict him." So yeah, it's 1,000% political. Like it's the pure definition. Like you hear the term "banana republic" thrown around all the time, and that's exactly what this is. We are a banana republic.
Oh, I know.
Like, I don't think people realize how fucked we are as a country.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in a minute.
That's just like on the political side.
And we will get back to. I think I got a question about that later on. Is this a good thing or a bad thing for Trump, though? I mean,
for Trump, it's good because it's just Trump. Like, see, I don't know. Like everyone thinks he's playing 4D chess, and I think Trump is very reactive. Like, I don't think he sits out and like all this crazy shit that's going on has been war game and strategized and think tanks and all that shit with these socialists and Democrats and communists. Sounds crazy, but watch the reaction video we did. Where I think Trump just reacts, and when it comes to dealing with the media, he's just very. Someone said he's like, and it didn't mean as bad thing, but he's almost like an idiot, or was it
idiot savant?
Idiot savant when it comes to that. Like he's just natural.
Yeah, he's just very witty.
He's not even thinking about it. He just does it, and it always, anytime no bad coverage. No coverage is bad coverage for Trump. He always says now it is a little, he does get a little shaky with independence, which I want to have an episode on independence and how they're the silent soldiers bringing down the country.
Well, they are.
So we will have to have an episode on that.
Yeah, I like that episode.
That's the only thing that would kind of hurt him, but like I think he went up like 20 points.
Yeah, I think the Republican base, I think, is behind him. Like, as you know, because they're like, hey, this is BS. So the Republican base is like, hey, this is a witch hunt, obvious witch hunt. We stand behind President Trump because of the devil.
The devil.
But yeah, I think independents are, they're like, well, this guy's getting arrested. So
independents lack conviction.
Well, they lack intelligence.
That too.
Because I mean, I understand being independent, but most independents are not like they're more of like a shoot at the hip type of person. They don't actually study anything.
They'll like sway back and forth all the way up until that's why there's the October surprise. That's for independence.
Yeah.
But you get people like Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell and all the Democrats. The only reason they get reelected because, I'm just not a fan of independence. Have conviction, make a decision. It's pretty easy, stark contrast now.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't pay attention. So primaries or whatever, they'll just vote for whoever. Like Lindsey Graham, I don't know if he's going to be retiring, but like he almost got primaried out in his last election.
Yeah.
And then he just went full stupid on doing now. So, but like that's where primary, like you have to pay attention to your primary at first, but then yeah, you go if you don't pay attention and Republicans and Democrats, that's how we get these same people, and that's why it's a uniparty. We don't have a two-party system. We have one party. We have Washington versus the whole United States.
Yes.
But that's everyone just goes in, and I do it. When it comes to the lower tier stuff, I mean, I know who the president is. I know who I'm voting for senator. Of course, my senator is Ted Cruz. So
yeah,
I mean, he's horrible at campaigning, but I think he's a good senator.
Mine's Chuck Grassley.
Well, yeah, Old Man River.
Oh my God.
But that's how these people stay in power. Is people just like, yep, Republican.
Yeah.
But at that point, it doesn't matter because you have to vote in the primaries, which a lot of people don't.
No, a lot of people don't. So.
But yeah, it is 1,000 gajillion. I think it did help him a lot. Like, it's not going to hurt him because what this is doing is all the stuff that he said and all the stuff that the media made fun of him for saying, this just helps prove it. Like, all the stuff helps prove it. Like, him thinking when, Trump is like, China.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you call it the China Wuhan disease? Because it came from China.
It did.
And then it came out. Like,
yeah.
all the stuff eventually will go back. It just proves them right. So it's like, they'd have to come up with something just ridiculous. Trump's not ever going to lose his supporters.
No. So, they're very devout.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think it helped him?
I think it helped him. I don't know if this is a smart move by Democrats or not, because I don't, like you said, independents are dumb. So, I mean, maybe they think that Biden can beat Trump a second time. So they're trying to do these things. So he's in the news constantly.
I think the Democrats are working on it too. I don't think Biden's going to be able to run again.
Yeah, but I think whoever they throw up there, they think they have a better chance of beating Trump than they do DeSantis.
Yeah, I could see that just because DeSantis is more polished. But the one thing that Trump has, and the one thing he'll be able to carry in there if he can focus really hard on that, is Trump did great and excelled noticeably good at everything that we're facing right now.
Oh, I know. But I think the problem with Trump, and I think when he won in 2016 and when he lost 2020, the difference between those two Trumps was one was
mail-in voting.
Oh, yeah. One was Trump was more about the people, and I think in 2020 and even now it sounds like Trump is more about Trump than the people.
Well, he does
than the Republicans.
Get over that. He's a narcissist for sure.
Yeah,
is definitely one of his flaws.
But he's also great with common people.
Well, he is. I mean, it's just if he's been doing pretty good. He's very braggadocious.
Yeah,
that gets old. It's like, yeah, you did it, and you can remind people, but it's like it was the greatest, best, whatever in the world. It's like just explain what you did. Like all he has to do, in a campaign, is look at where the world was when I was president. Look at where the economy was when I was president, excluding the third or his fourth year. And it's really, and I like Ron DeSantis. I think
either way is good. It's better than what we have, no matter what.
But with how uneasy and unstable the globe is right now, I would rather have Trump. I think we need a little bit of uneasy craziness coming out of Washington to settle down the people on the world stage. That's what he did.
Oh, I know.
I mean, people can say what they want. I guarantee you, if Trump legitimately won,
I don't think we would have this Russia thing.
No, we wouldn't. And that's why we need to have another episode on that, because they have a lot to say about Russia, Ukraine, Washington, all these people.
Well, next week we can do
next week.
In Ukraine.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I think about that. Good things, good vibes.
So, is the American legal system dead?
Well, yes.
You look at these DAs not charging for
I was going to say it's 2-tiered, but it's 3-tiered, because if you're an elite in Washington, you don't get arrested. And if you're a low-life criminal, murderer, carjacking, gangbanger, you don't get arrested. But if you're right in the middle, your ass is going to jail.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
these DAs are not fucking arresting people for, carjacking or what was it? What was the one I saw? Assaulting a police officer. You will not get charged with assaulting a police officer.
Did you hear these cities are suing Hyundai and Kia because their cars are too easy to steal?
What?
That's a real story.
Jesus.
Apparently, it's and it was a TikTok thing where people got on TikTok and showed that you can basically start, and it's like 2000. I think Kia's only like 1 or 2 years, and Hyundai like goes all the way to 2022. But you can basically, if you get in the car, start the car with a screwdriver. Kind of like the old Zephyr.
Yeah, I'm like,
You didn't need a screwdriver for that car. If you didn't tap the ignition, you just turn it on.
yeah. Oh, I love that car.
I love stealing it and hiding it, so you'd have to find it after school.
No, that was kind of a dick move.
That was funny. I wouldn't even tell you about it.
I know. It was really
Great times. Where's my car? I don't know. It might be down at Dell's Pub. I never parked it too far away because I had to walk back to my car after I moved it.
See, you're the type of person that wouldn't even get like arrested.
No, because I was a car thief.
Well, you get arrested, I think, but you don't get charged.
Well,
They let you out.
are you calling me a malcontent?
Yes, as a youth.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, you know what? I saw your podcast. We're gonna turn this into a capital crime somehow.
Somehow. Well, I wouldn't. Probably in 5 years, if things keep going the way they are, we won't be able to say half the shit we say now.
Well, yeah, they know that.
We can barely say it on the YouTubes.
Yeah, that's why we push everything on Rumble. And
Yes.
then another little update: Facebook isn't letting us boost our episodes.
No.
The one about ghosts, which is an awesome episode.
It is. So
worth watching twice.
I might try to boost the one we did last week.
Banking.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty good, right? We didn't.
Yeah, it's just like what the reason they told you that they wouldn't allow us to boost it didn't make any sense.
No.
And you tried like 5 different ones.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even post the Star Wars one.
Yeah. I don't get that.
No, like I know you said something about trademark stuff, but it's not. We weren't selling anything
No. Other than ourselves, because
we're awesome.
and while we're saying that, you should like, subscribe, comment, share, and
5-star reviews.
5-star reviews. I know we say this every episode, and we're going to keep saying it to every episode until you people push us past 1 million followers.
1 million.
1 million. Then I'm going to raise that benchmark and say 10 million.
Yeah, I'd be happy if we got it to like 100. I'm just saying.
Baby steps. But I'm not going to stop saying it until 1 million views.
Oh, yeah.
Or not 1 million views, but 1 million followers.
Rumble.
Yeah, so create an account on Rumble. All right?
That's actually a good thing about, because a little off-topic thing, but, whatever. It has to do with free speech and creating an alternate thing for everything. That's one of the good things about Crowder. He left. I guess he left the Blaze, and he was renegotiating a contract with Daily Wire, and then apparently they own all your shit.
Yeah.
And like if you get, and their main platform for distribution is YouTube, and if you get shut down or whatever, then they charge you money. So like he didn't want to do that, so he started his own thing. So he's actually moving a shit ton of people over Rumble.
Yeah, I think his live shows are getting like 200,000 viewers at a time, and
yeah, and like they'll bring it up like, oh, we got 30,000 viewers on YouTube. What the hell are you doing on YouTube? Go over to Rumble.
Which I still find weird that people watch us instead of just listening to us, because
really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, Kevin, we need to send you a self-esteem class.
I don't need it. I got plenty of it as long as I have a paper bag over my head. So create a Rumble account, and if you haven't yet, and follow us. So don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
So these DAs in New York, Georgia, mostly any of them that are going after Trump, are all Soros-backed DAs. Uh, is Soros the head of the corruption in politics, or just like a something that's manifested because of the way politics has gone?
Well, I think he's. I don't know if there actually would be a head of it, like of this cabal or whatever, but he's definitely up there. And he's always putting his money. Like, he hates the United States. He wants to bring the United States down. That's why he's doing what he's doing. But, like, that's his. Like, everybody knows it. He doesn't like. Which is weird because the asshole made all his money basically based off capitalism.
Yeah.
Real estate.
Well, that's how anybody makes anybody makes money off capitalism.
Well, here's the thing, though, because if you're already super rich under capitalism, and then like it all goes to shit, the rich people still stay rich.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're creating they're trying to turn really the world into a caste system where you have super rich and then everybody else.
Yo.
So yeah, I'd say he's running the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the head guy, but
he's at least the financial head, I think.
Does he have anything to do with the World Economic Forum?
I don't know.
Or is it all just a?
He probably pays for it.
Yeah.
Him and Klaus Schwab are probably bunkmates.
They just sit around and talk weird to each other.
Yeah.
It's like who can sound like the more
evil.
I've never looking.
I don't know if I've ever heard Soros talk.
I have. He actually does not sound nearly as evil as Schwab.
He's old as shit, isn't he?
Oh yeah, his face is like
he looks like the Crypt Keeper.
He doesn't have bags under his eyes. They're like giant burlap sacks.
Yeah, when he dies,
his son's just as big of an.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah. He got probably picked on a lot in high school for being rich and stupid.
I'm sure he didn't go to. He probably went to a private school.
He's probably part of the Skull and Crossbones, like Bush.
Yes. Maybe we should do one on secret societies.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do one on, just because it'd be an interesting off topic, we can do one on the Masons.
Ooh.
I know a little bit about those.
You do. You're part of the cabal.
No. If you only knew.
Well, Freedom Ring.
How little we do.
Wow. You definitely don't take notes.
No. It's like one of the major things is procrastination.
Yeah. Perfect. That's, pretty good at it. So, yeah, I don't know. Soros is, it's like, I don't know.
He's a real jerk.
It's like Lord Voldemort.
He is.
Only.
Actually, he kind of was that way for a while because nobody would let you say his name.
Yeah, he was in the
Fox
shadows.
People. Oh, no, we're not going to talk about that.
No.
Can't. That guy, I can't remember her name. She's on Outnumbered on Fox. But, like, seems pretty conservative. Like, she seems pretty straight shooter. But then she's like, oh, no, I don't know why you brought that up. And then even the guest's like, what?
Probably because Richard Murdoch's probably buddy with Soros.
Well, probably.
So, you don't want to screw the boss over. So I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't Tucker Carlson talk shit about him all the time?
Yeah, but Tucker Carlson's also their biggest
he's in
show on news television. Yeah, so he gets really free reign to say whatever the hell he wants. And he basically called, what was it, Nancy Pelosi, Michael Jackson.
She looked like Michael
Jackson. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, so I think, Soros is the Voldemort of, America. So, where was I?
Something about Soros.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bad dude. He's a real bad dude.
You think he's part of why politics is so corrupt?
Well, I don't think it's just Soros. I think it's all special interest in campaign contributions. That all leads into it. It's all Soros is a big contributor, mostly to the left, obviously. But you never know because he has so many fundraising PACs that are like nonprofits that you don't know who the hell's getting money from him. But
I guarantee there's some of these rhinos are getting money from
but
them.
like Lindsey Graham talking about, we just need to keep sending them F-16s and all this and all that, and one of his number one donors is Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big surprise there.
Well, I mean that's why Ted Cruz also voted for Lockheed and Boeing and a bunch of these contracts. These military contracts are from places in Texas and stuff. Like, I mean, he's doing his constituents well by putting money through them. Putting money to these.
Well, and I have no problem with military spending and making sure we have the best, strongest, most kick-ass military on the planet. But I have a problem with is this like
blind checking Ukraine and yeah, and having no oversight.
Oh yeah,
that's the worst thing about it. No oversight on all this money going over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Next week's episode is gonna be pretty epic.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy the beginning.
Yeah, you will. It's gonna be floppy.
We're gonna be a little piano playing, and I mean little.
Oh, there's some other weird shit, but I couldn't find it.
I wish you could.
It all comes out next week.
So
we're gonna take a little technical break.
Yeah, something happened.
One of her sound things was falling off the wall. Professionalism.
So time out. And we're back. So corruption in politics, is it
rampant?
Well, I know. Is it just because I'm older that I'm paying attention? Or has it gotten worse in the last 15 or so years?
Well, I think corruption in politics has probably always been there because you can go back like decades, even like half a century, and there's been some pretty bad people in politics. But I think people were more well informed and paid attention more. Well, we weren't as propagandized as we are. We're like literally the most propagandized civilization on the planet.
Yeah.
And also, the kids weren't being indoctrinated.
That's true.
Back then, so it is. I would say it is worse now because you would have people that they would go and serve in Congress or Senate, and they would go back, and some of them would be damn near bankrupt from it. Now everybody goes to Washington and come out a millionaire.
Yeah, well, I mean,
money wise, is tons of corruption.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, that aspect, yeah. I mean, people in Washington are bought. They're either bought or they're compromised, and they're paid for their time as well.
Maybe we should do one on lobbyists.
Yeah, that might. I'll have you do that one.
Oh.
That sounds complicated. I feel like you're probably the smarter of the two, so.
Nah, I can just remember stuff for about 24 hours and it goes away. So as long as I do my research day of.
I remember things for like 2 minutes, and then I remembered a month from now.
Well, that's a weird memory.
It is a weird memory. Long COVID and head injuries.
Yeah. So, like with this Trump thing and the DA, and obviously, the Bidens, Joe's probably not clean at all. When Biden gets out, should Republicans stoop to the level of what these Democrat DAs are doing? And
well, I don't know.
I mean, like, going after flimsy cases, and obviously, if you haven't asked
bullshit, no. But like, if it turns out that Biden was actually, and he most definitely is, like, there's a lot more coming out on that. But if it turns out that he was compromised in favoring our enemy and stuff like that, then yeah, like there are a lot of people that when they get caught doing this shit should be jailed.
Yeah,
and really, the punishment for treason is death.
Oh, I know.
So I mean. But, like, I don't get, like, oh, well, they serve, so we're going to leave them alone. Yeah, if that person ended up being an enemy of the state, then, yeah, look into it.
Yeah.
But, like, all the bullshit that they do with Trump is either manufactured, like the whole Russia bullshit.
So is that not a coup, though?
Yeah, it is a coup. Like, I don't know why I said a coup.
You said it like a fucking pigeon.
Coup. But like, no, it is like you could argue that like in the media, anyone had anything to do with the dossier, who pushed it, who knew it was a lie and pushed it, like who's a dipshit from California,
Schiff.
Schiff. You could argue that he
Well, he knew it was all false.
yeah, because when you're the chairman of the
He said he
Intelligence
had
Committee,
the evidence to prove.
yeah, and like the intelligence, those are the people that know like all the goings on.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that would be a coup.
Yeah, it would be a coup.
So I'm just saying,
Shouldn't that be high treason?
well, and I think they do, and I don't care if it's a Republican, Democrat, or whatever. They do need to prosecute these people to set a standard.
Yes, I agree.
Keep people from doing it.
You shouldn't be able to do whatever you want as a congressman and be able to, falsify whatever you want to make sure to go after your political opponent and have no repercussions. There has to be repercussions for your actions, or this whole country is a failure. And it was a good 300-year run or 200-year run, whatever it was.
200
and some years. Yeah.
Maybe 60.
It was a good run, but we ain't gonna last another 50 years.
No.
If things don't change pretty drastically here. I hope.
That's why I like the movie Shooter.
I can only hope.
I like the ending.
Yeah. Which
the corrupt guys lose in the end.
Which my final question, and it's not really on this topic at all. After I got one more question for you, but that's my final question. Will have to do with our future generations looking back on this, and I don't know how that's going to go. No, that was my last question. Should we stoop to the level?
I don't think we should stoop to the level as in frivolous investigations and lawsuits, but if there's smoke, check for the fire. I mean, yeah, I don't have any problem doing that. Like I don't think like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying like making up shit, fucking dirty politics.
No, I don't think we should do that. No, the Republicans do need to do a better job at being on offense.
Yes,
we're always on defense, and they've kind of done it where this bill they're trying to pass that allows parents to basically know the curriculum and have more of a say in their education. It's like, okay, why are Democrats against that? Other than
because they're indoctrinating kids.
Other than the teachers union is against it, but that's
Randy Weingarten.
But that's weird in its own. Why are the teachers against it? Like, why wouldn't you want transparency in the education of the children?
Yeah,
that's weird.
It is weird.
So that's a good thing to pass, because it was the same thing with like Biden vetoing that law about investors having to look for returns and not focusing on wokeness. And
yeah,
he vetoed it. Like, why would you veto that? Like, they need to keep doing stuff like they need to pass laws that are common sense, easily bipartisan, and then make the people that are against it explain themselves.
Yes, I agree 100%.
And this education thing is a huge one.
Oh yeah. Well, you saw surprisingly Kevin McCarthy did well, but it was
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like him, and I'm not really saying that I like him at all because I don't know. I don't like career politicians, and it's my turn. But I will admit, he has been doing a good job.
Yeah, so I guess there had some like Republican it's kind of like a forum, I guess, or something to where they're kind of telling what they plan on doing or what they've gotten done, what they're doing, what bills they've written, stuff like that, and kind of explaining what go through those. And the only questions Kevin McCarthy kept getting was about Trump and this indictment. And he's like, all you people want to do is say this is what it's all about, but really it's all about these are the questions you guys are asking us, because this is your news clip. You want to sound like this whole forum was about Trump when it's more about these bills, like the visibility and education, all that stuff, and some other bills they had. I can't remember. There's two other good bills I liked that he had, but that they written and trying to get through. But
did you see the throwdown in the White House press briefing?
Mm-mm.
When the dude from I don't know, he's
the West African guy, right?
Yeah,
when
that was great.
Yeah,
they brought out she's brought out people from some kind of soccer show, like
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, and
it's actually a pretty good show.
You have Apple TV?
I did.
Whatever.
I did. Well, I got one on my last iPhone. I got free Apple TV.
Oh, well, I didn't forget that. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But they brought it out. It's like, oh yeah, here's the thing with that though. there's so much bad shit. I don't care what things are bad. Let's bring up people from a TV show. And then I didn't see the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure they just awkwardly left the stage because the guy wouldn't stop talking.
He's like, answer my questions. Why won't they let me ask questions? Stuff like that. And she's like, it's not your time. And anytime the press secretary's there, it's the press's time to ask questions. That's what that's about.
You know what he needs to do is he needs to give his questions to Steve Ducey.
Yeah.
She can't ignore him because Fox is the largest cable news network
Yeah.
there is. So she has now. Like, I think she was asking something about the Bidens and all this crap with Hunter, so she's just not answering him. But like, she has to take questions from him, and she hates it.
Oh, I know. He's so good at it though.
No, yeah. I mean, well, it's kind of weird too because like you get the same animosity. That was a weird thing though. The people in like he had other reporters attacking him.
Yeah.
You know, for not Steve Ducey, but the other.
Yeah. He had one guy apologize for him. Like, we're sorry that, it turned out this way. That's not the way we want the press briefings to go.
That's exactly how the press should be very aggressive toward. I don't care who it is.
I agree 100%.
Or whatever, as long as it's not bullshit grandstanding, whatever. But they need to that's the whole point of the press. The press is not there to make their administration look good. They're there to take them to task.
Yeah.
To make sure that what they say is accurate. And if it's not, take them to the woodshed, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
That's their whole purpose of being there.
Well, she's so bad that it could be so easy for all these reporters to just hang her out to dry because she is not good at her job.
Well, and that's the problem because when if our media wasn't such a fucking joke and a propaganda arm of I will say it's kind of impressive how really Fox News, I don't care. I mean, I guess in Newsmax, but they're literally the only ones that don't fall into line.
Yeah, Newsmax is back on DirecTV, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess whatever.
I'm not gonna lie though, they need some different talent. I think they need to put us on there because
I couldn't stop cussing.
Well, I think you could if we're making good money.
I don't know if I could.
But
they just had to give me I can't be live.
Trump's first press secretary.
Oh, Kayleigh McEnany? No,
that was his last one.
Yeah,
the dude, he's on Newsmax.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I just their talent's just not very good.
No, it's not. It is not.
I just think we'd do a better job. We'd be more entertaining.
We're obviously more entertaining.
I'm just saying.
I don't think we're as entertaining as Tucker Carlson, but
he's not on Newsmax.
I'm just saying, I was just thinking, even Fox News,
Could be on Fox News, like a Saturday show.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? But no, it's totally forgot what I was talking about. No, but here's the problem. Steve Ducey asked real questions about crap, and they're not fluff questions. And then when she brushed him off, if all the other news medias weren't such pieces of shit, they would ask follow-up questions on his questions, and she would have to answer or close it down and then end up making him look bad anyway.
Yeah.
Because someone said she either says something and then she ends up looking like a liar to Hunter, and then on the other end, Biden wants to protect Hunter. And I guarantee you, Biden doesn't want Hunter protected because oh, I love my son. It's because if Hunter goes down, every other motherfucker.
Well, you saw, they have obvious concrete evidence that 4 family members of the Biden family were paid by this Chinese-owned company.
Oh, the other Biden, I think, is Bo's wife.
Yeah.
And Hunter's wife.
Yeah, whatever. Weird.
So weird.
Yeah, but he a reporter asked him about it, and he's like, "It's not true," right to Biden's face. He said, Joe Biden goes, "It's not true."
Well, it's just it though. If she answers it one way, it makes Biden look like a liar. If she answers it the other way, then she looks like a liar. So she just doesn't answer.
Yeah, but it's obviously, important. You can't just not answer things.
And then,
you should not be able to answer things.
Do you ever watch or listen to The Five?
No.
On Fox.
I don't really watch news.
Oh, you don't have satellite in your truck, do you?
No.
At 4 o'clock, Fox has The Five. Obviously, I listen or watch Fox a lot. Don't like it, don't give a shit. I've tried listening to other stations. Can't do it. But like, there's always one. Generally, it's basically 4 Republicans and 1 Democrat.
Yeah.
And it used to be Juan Williams, and then he kind of lost his mind for a while. But there's this girl in there, and she was like trying to be like, don't say things about the Bidens getting money from companies. People get money from companies and investments all the time. So like, don't even talk about it. And they're like, yeah, none of these went anywhere. It's pure bribery. And then she had nothing to say about after that.
Yeah, well, it is pure bribery.
It's like I almost like
it was for political gain.
Well, granted, and I watch Fox because it told nothing but the truth. But no, I mean it's just easier to watch, and I don't agree with everything said on Fox. It's just I cannot like.
I can't watch it. I couldn't.
Morning Joe or whatever the hell that
Morning Joe.
Morning Joe with him and his wife Mika. They're just fucking idiots.
Oh, they're
Everyone
garbage.
on that show, I can't watch it. They're stupid.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know how the hell how do those two have a TV show and we don't?
I don't know.
It actually makes me feel bad about myself.
I did say some pretty bad words.
Well, you have a potty mouth, so that might be like,
sorry,
if I flat
America.
out didn't want to cuss, I could do it. I don't know if you could do it.
I could. I just couldn't drink and do it. Like, there's no way. There's no way I could just drink on, like, if we had a Fox News show.
I'm pretty sure if we had a Fox News show, they would be letting us drink.
I can't just pop open a Busch Light.
Here's your Busch Light cans. They're full of water.
You don't think they'd let me?
I don't know. We'd have to be bringing in some serious coin to pay for all the FCC fines.
Well, just tape it. You don't have to put us on live.
Actually, you can cuss on cable.
After a certain time. We'd have to be late night.
No.
I'm almost positive I can't say the F word on cable.
No, that's like your favorite word.
You can say it. It has to be past like 9 o'clock at night.
Well, we'll be in the midnight show.
I'm cool with that. I'll take midnight.
Yeah. But I don't want to move, so we have to do it from here and up there. Pretty much the same format. Just
I don't know where they're based out of.
Who?
Fox News.
New York and Washington.
I don't want to do either of that.
I think their main one is New York.
I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to go to those places. I'd hate to live in one of those places.
See, but that's why I kind of like about the way the Blaze is set up and the way that it's kind of weird though because Crowder's bringing in a bunch of talent and he actually has people moving to Dallas and they're building studios for him. Like the one thing I kind of like about these streaming services is you can literally do your show from anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good thing about podcasts.
Unless you want to stage.
I mean, because we can do it from each of our houses, and obviously we've done it many a times.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to. One of our pauses because our sound wall fell down. We're trying to improve the audio quality when we're in the single room.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should bring my microphone down next time and see if.
No, I have 2 microphones. This one's always here.
Oh.
The other microphone's always in there.
I was trading one microphone pointing this way, one that way,
but I don't know how to feed the 2 microphones in together as one. That's the problem.
Yeah, and reverb.
I am not technically savanty.
No. I don't know. We can end here, or I have one more topic I can go through.
Well,
but... So, for the first time in the last 100 years, the American IQ has gone down instead of up.
Yeah, that's.
What do you think is the contributing factor? Is it social media? Is it the education system? Is it?
I blame George Bush.
It's George Bush's fault.
George W. Bush.
All right, we'll end it right there.
Do you know why? Because wasn't he the guy who signed the No Kid Left Behind?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what caused that.
Yeah.
That's part of it. Now, we were pushing kids through that. Some kids don't learn right. Like, I'm not going to lie. When I went from it sounds stupid, but when I went from private school to public school, I was basically I was illiterate in 4th grade. Like, I could barely read. And then I had to go to the special class. And I went there for a while, but after a year in public school, and now granted, we had a pretty good public school, I was caught up.
Yeah.
So, like, but instead of getting that help, I think they're just pushing kids through because, like, and then COVID, like, that just jacked up a bunch of shit. But it's only like, so it was 2 years, so it was like one thing. They should be caught up pretty quick, but they focus on all this dumb shit. Like, someone brought up the left they claim the right only wants to talk about greatness of America, and the left just wants to talk about shit. And that they do. They 100% only want to talk shit about America.
Yes.
History is history.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's good and there's bad. Like when we were growing up, I learned about slavery. I learned about how we, the Indian Wars, and I learned about all of that.
Yeah.
And I never walked away thinking, you know what, the world would be better if we didn't exist. I mean, we learned about how the Indians were treated and all that stuff, and it's not like, oh, the Indians. Like, this wasn't a utopia when we got over here.
No.
And there's no indigenous people to this side of the world, period. They came over on a land bridge.
Yeah.
Were they here first? Yes. Are they
but
happy Indigenous Person Day? No.
You can't call dibs.
Well, no. But that's what they were doing. They were fighting over territory.
Like, I would even...
So we came over and we joined the fight, and we won.
I'm just saying, if, like, let's say China became the super awesome military force in the world, and they came over here and they took us over, so be it, I guess, We can't call it... I'm just saying...
We'd be a total, like, shit, recluse country, but...
be like Mad Max.
You know the worst thing I feel bad about the whole Native American... Well, American Indian, not... Like I said, no one's native to this land. But is like if you look at like the Indian reservations now, they're just
I know.
They're horrible.
Yeah.
And like you want to know what like socialism will be like? They're pretty much run by the government. Like,
yeah.
They have their own little thing, but I mean it is not good.
No, they're basically going month to month on that government check.
Yeah, like it's horrible. Like it's like that's I feel worse.
You saw they're trying to. San Francisco's trying to. They put their thing for reparations at $5 million.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Where the hell are you going to get that money?
It would cost every other citizen $600,000 apiece.
Yeah, that's never good. That's just some jackass trying to get reelected. I don't.
I'm sure that shit goes through a lot of places, but like the thing difference is there's actually backers and their city council or whatever for this.
Yeah, I can see if somebody was a slave or something like that. No, I mean, but
no one.
Well, no, when we ended slavery, though,
no one is a slave.
There was something promised, like so much.
I mean, there is slavery going on. I mean, it's called fucking.
No, there's real slavery and indentured servitude. No, but there was something like when they ended slavery, there was a promise given about a certain amount of land and like a mule.
Yeah, 40 acres and a mule.
But that didn't happen.
No.
So, like, if you could find the families or something like that, yeah, they were promised it, they didn't get it. I get that. But, like, they're pushing this as trying to, like, get a base, like, random, like, hey, we're going to give you free shit. And for one, it's not.
Democrats always go off getting free shit. That's what their thing is. I will give you free stuff.
As soon as
you can be a piece of shit and not have to work again because you can just get free stuff and suck off the teat of the government.
Yeah,
that's
you're hooked.
Yeah, that's then what you are is you're just a slave to Washington.
The machine.
Yeah,
like you, and they screw.
Then you're just a slave yourself. You're just.
That's another show topic, Kevin.
Modern slavery of.
No, it's just like the whole them pushing people to get on government programs.
Yeah,
and like once you're in it, how hard it is to get off. That's a good topic.
Yeah, I think we should be. Do you want sex trafficking too?
What?
Like the slavery, like modern slavery.
Yeah, we can do one on that. There's actual like the kind of slavery there was back in the day. That slavery still exists in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by far. I mean, I think there's more slaves now than there's ever been.
We weren't the first ones to abolish it. We were the fastest ones to abolish it from the birth of the nation.
Yep. So we got a couple new show ideas. I'm sure you don't have to watch this, or I'm going to have to listen to it because I don't remember all the ones we put out there. So we got a few ideas coming up. And again, you people need to interact and let us know what you want to hear about, or maybe you want us to shut up. I don't know.
Well, we're not going to shut up.
No, we're not going to shut up. You can just stop watching, dick.
We'll still go to the show and then click to the end.
Yeah, well, click to the end and just like us and stuff, but leave your comment about how much you hate maybe my face or Josh's face or.
I have a wonderful face. I'm not a self-lover like Kevin. I love myself.
Yeah, too much.
No such thing.
All right. So I think that's it for the show.
Yeah.
So,
it wraps it up.
all right. Well, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Josh.
and this was the Lost Art of Common Sense.
Common sense, baby.
Common sense. Common sense. Common sense.
Until
Common
next
sense.
week. Browse.
Woo.